When I was in high school, I had a passion for music and production. Matter of fact, people used to call me the producer. Hi, my name is Douglas Greene, and I am a producer, creative instructor, and founder of Creative U. My love for music has led me to a journey starting at Berklee College of Music in Boston, where I studied arranging and composition. While there, I was discovered as a keyboardist and started on the road with artists like George McCrae, George Benson, Sister Sledge, Ecstasy, Passion, and Pain, and more. I recorded and produced a hit record with my own self-contained group called Leprechaun. We also went on tour. I began working in churches as a creative arts director for more than 20 years. This entailed producing and directing video and audio recordings, training students in live sound and video productions, and setting up CD and DVD ministries. I also have been a chief musician and directed praise and worship teams. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in music production and an innovation and entrepreneurship Master of Science, both from Full Sail University. Out of this came my dream for creating a school for multimedia production for children. Because of my experience and background and access to create an awesome team of like minds gives Creative U an unfair advantage to help sustain and keep the school in the forefront. Do you know any students that seemingly lack the passion needed to get better grades in school? They seem to go from subject to subject, class to class without much interest. For some students, reading, writing, arithmetic is just not enough. They need practical subject matter that will inspire their creativity. Sometimes that's the missing link between that may differentiate that student from the work they have deemed mundane. Learning to create and produce professional quality video and audio projects for school and commercial use will help the student be more prepared for continuing their undergrad and postgrad education. At Creative U, our goal is to find each student's gifts and talents. Learning how to use video and storytelling, producing music, editing audio and video will wake up their talents that may be dormant in the student's mind. Learning how to express themselves in these mediums will help teach each student to express themselves, their dreams, and admirations in a creative way. What will we all discover? Let's find out. Creative U is an S corporation in the state of North Carolina, operating in the city of Lexington in Davidson County. By attending the academy, students will learn music and video production skills. The importance of our consumers are distributed equally between parents and students. The parents are interested in seeing the value and the results we promise. The students must love the subjects and stay engaged. This engagement will help both parents and students to stay motivated. This market can be further segmented to churches that have available students with parents willing to pay for or churches willing to sponsor scholarships. This market has potential to be large due to the absence of formal education for multimedia production. According to Kids Count Data Center, there are over 18,000 students in Davidson County, over 53 in Guilford County, and over 106,000 in Mecklenburg County. These are the counties in North Carolina that we will be servicing. In these counties, there are a total of 177,000 students that between the ages of 10 and 17. Our goal is to service approximately 0.5% of these students by the end of 2020. We will approach these markets by hedging one of the community to the next. There are no schools like Creative U, meaning that Creative U is the only school that is a multimedia production school for youth in the state of North Carolina. Matter of fact, the closest competition that teaches music production are in major cities like New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, and Winter Park's Full Sail Labs. Presently, our only competition in this region is with other school programs like self-defense, dance, sports, teams, and others. We compete in two ways: the students' time and or the parents' money. This is why we are spending a lot of time in the neighborhoods testing the problem we are solving to constantly iterate, modify, and update our curriculum. We will introduce Creative Youth through the following channels: directly to local churches. Visiting local churches in the communities we serve will be paramount to our growth. The churches have children and parents in one place. Also, the churches themselves will have a need for professional video and audio production. Therefore, it is in the interest of a church to recommend the children to attend Creative U. Local public and private schools. Go where the students are and parents are familiar. Parents have confidence in the schools. They trust their children in every day. Therefore, it is very important to create relationships with the school board members, principals, superintendents, teachers, and parents associations and teachers. By nurturing these contacts, we hope to create a buzz that will follow through with recommendations and eventually enrollment. Sponsoring local events where parents and teachers attend and students. Renting booths, sponsoring local youth clubs and local conventions. CreativeU.com website is up and running and is being redesigned for this fourth time. Online targeted campaigns using social media and email. The grassroots type of marketing has really worked. We're going to local churches and schools that we have acquired interest, that have acquired interest in. By going to the local schools, churches and schools, we have acquired interest in Creative U. Our website analytics increase every time we go to local church or school. Our sales will be face-to-face in school systems and by recommendations from school staff. There will also be sales from churches and organizations in the communities we serve. Right now, our budget for marketing in January of 2017 will be about $500. This budget will be for printed materials, social media marketing, small local advertisements, and miscellaneous expenses. The marketing budget will be a minimum of $300 a month or 10% of our gross income, whichever is greatest. Our initial goal is to have 10 students signed up for our first class in February 2017. We have already funded the start of the school. Our equipment costs were nominal because we already owned everything we needed. However, we need to purchase equipment packages enough for 2 instructors. Funding for branding and marketing and advertising. This should be a total of $10,000, about 25% from my savings, 25% from crowdfunding, and 50% from bootstrapping. We hope to raise scholarships for several students through our crowdfunding efforts. Creative U is value-driven. Since our customers must continue to pay tuition, we must always put the value of our services first so that the customer is satisfied. The main and largest cost for our salary will be salaries of our instructors. Each instructor will have a portable studio issued to them. This increases the setup costs for each instructor. Lastly, the normal costs for insurances, attorney, and accountants. Rental fees exist but are nominal because we presently operate in church buildings for free. There will be a small stipend that will be offered to the churches. Our milestone is that we break even in 6 months, meaning that $2,500 that I have invested will be paid back from business profit. Crowdfunding will create several scholarships for students, and bootstrapping is not a debt to Creative U. We expect by the end of 2017 to have 10 locations with over 200 students. Therefore, our gross revenue will be approximately $35,000 a month. Our payroll will be 25% and approximately 20% going to expenses, which leaves a profit of $19,000 per month or $230,000 annually. Tamaya is 8 years old and is one of our first students that was part of our MVP. We had 5 classes in 1 week. She experienced songwriting and produced her first song. Tamaya has realized a new talent that she may have never known until Creative U. Thank you for your time, and if you're interested, please call 980-288-5738 or visit our website at creativeu.com. Thank you.